So this is about how Tula and I met. Christy had been working on one of my embroidered pieces called Scarlet Serenade. And she had finished the top and had it quilted. And we were at market, and she was just so excited about it. And we got the booth all set up, and everything was great. And then once the quilt show started, Christy made me understand, because sometimes I don't pay attention, that her piece was actually done with Tula's fabric. And so she wanted Tula to come see it. So she wandered all over and found Tula's booth and was really shy about going in and talking to Tula. And Tula actually saw her there and said, "It's okay, come on in." And so they started talking, and she told Tula that she had made a piece using her fabric and would love her to come see it. And so she said, "Okay." And as they were talking and Tula was getting some things ready or whatever was going on, Christy told her that I was her mom. And Tula and her mother freaked out and said, "Oh, we love your mom's work." So once that was done, the whole family came over, and it was, it was very powerful. Those ladies are just really strong women. And they came over, and I'm kind of shy in public unless I'm showing my quilts, then I talk forever. But I just kind of sat there, and I really hadn't experienced Tula at all. I didn't understand who she was. I knew that she was pretty famous for her designs, which I completely understand and appreciate. And other than that, I had no idea who she was. I just truly don't follow people. I'm just busy doing my own thing. But anyway, so I'm in the booth and just keeping myself busy or doing a demo. Christy comes over, and if you've ever met Tula and her mom, they're very, very tall ladies. And Christy comes over, and my 5'2" or 5'3" daughter is next to these two ladies, and I had no clue who they were. I really didn't know. And I'm going, this is kind of scary. And I'm sitting there demoing, and Christy comes over, and she was so excited and talking a mile a minute and introduces Tula and her mom to me. And I'm just standing there waiting for them to talk and just experiencing these two dynamic women that were so powerful. I'm always fascinated with really strong people and very creative people. When they came in, they started fangirling me. And I'm going, what the hell's going on? Seriously, what is going on? So Christy had to translate, because I do have my own way, and she had to translate what this whole relationship was. And, that went on for a while, and they came over, and it just was a barrage of talking back and forth about being creative. And both Tula and I are just freaks about Adobe Illustrator, and that was a whole other thing, because it's really hard for me to find people that like Illustrator like I do. From the moment that we met, there was this connection of someone that wants to do something brand new for the world. And I'm all about that. And Tula is all about that. And I find that both of us have a need to expose people to new things, and then we have to explain it, and no one understands what we're talking about. So that becomes the teaching part of the both of us. Now, maybe it's been a month, maybe a little over a month, and I had Christy call Tula because she'd just been on my mind and in my heart for a bit, and we reconnected, and we decided that I was going to design a quilt for her. And so I got really excited about the whole thing. For all these years, the dominant fabric that I've used is hand dyes. It's just what I use. And the reason I always use hand dyes is the quilting that I do, which is basically line work, is what's most important to me. The piecing is great, or the applique is great, all of those things. But what's important to me is how I draw with my embroidery machine. And so I sat around for maybe a couple of days waiting for the fabric. If anyone has ever seen my quilts, they're big. And I can't seem to stop until the quilt says I'm big enough. It's just how it works for me. So the package came, and it was this little package. it was oh my gosh, what's going on here? And so I opened the package up, and there were fat quarters of the solids and fat quarters of the line work. And I'm going, I don't even know what to do. I just don't know what to do. I've always had all the fabric I needed, and it definitely set me back. But the reality of the whole thing was I had made a commitment, and I was going to figure it out. So on to the design work, and it took a while for me to get it all figured out. But I am so happy with the way it works. And one of the things that I've been working on for a couple of years now is the freestanding lace, or the crochet-inspired embroidery. Not only myself, but many, many of my friends said, you need to teach people how to incorporate this into a piece. And I thought, this is perfect to do a piece that incorporates my embroidery with their fabrics. And I really believe that this quilt is going to be really amazing. And I'm very, very excited to bring the quilt to the public with a pattern and all the stitch files, and have it available for you all to make too.